मोहयसि चेन्मते मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे मां नियोजयसि केशव व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिं मोहयसीव मे तदेकं वद निश्चित्य येन श्रेयोऽहमाप्नुयाम्.
Very good, Tali. Pranavi Tali, do you remember what is the thing that we discussed for these two? Why Arjuna started with this question?
Yes, uncle. So basically, Arjuna starts with asking the question to Krishna, if you really consider the knowledge is superior to action, then why do you ask me to do this war? So Arjuna is basically confused because Krishna said, do this, do that, do this, do that. So he's not sure what to do first because, nobody can multitask. So he's asking what to do first. Good. So he's also explaining that his intellect is like confused. So he's asking Paramatma's advice. So he asks Paramatma that to tell him one path that will be the best path for him. So he's saying, I will only do one task at a time. Just tell me what to do first.
Right. ఇవి చాలా డిఫరెంట్ అమ్మా. ఈ మనం రెండు చేయాలంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ రియలీ ఈజీ. సో మెడిటేటింగ్ completely, meditating upon the Supreme Lord, and also doing our activities with the sense of karma yoga is totally different ballgame. You will have to get into this world, and those who are great meditators, they would like to be alone, they would like to be like completely isolated. And we have seen a lot of good sages, they don't mingle with all regular, they don't come to parties and all, they don't love that social life, correct? So he is now confused on what I must do, right? Great, good. So let us see what Bhagavan Sri Krishna has the offering here as a message to Arjuna. And through Arjuna, he is giving messages to us as well. He question me, uncle, should I come to Bhagavad Gita? Should I just focus on get away from all these things and just focus on Paramatma, nothing else? So here there are a lot of indicators which will help us get to the right reasoning. Okay, Nana? So let's chant. Kriti Tali, will you chant after me? We will be chanting the third verse. Shri, ready now, Namana? You ready? Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha.
Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha.
Atah Trutiyo Adhyayah.
Atah Trutiyo Adhyayah.
Atah Trutiyo Adhyayah. ఇప్పుడు వర్స్ చదువుదాం. శ్రీ భగవాను వాచ లోకేస్మిన్ ద్వివిధా నిష్ఠా ద్వివిధా నిష్ఠా పురా ప్రోక్తా మయా నఘ జ్ఞానయోగేన సాంఖ్యానాం Karma yogena.
Karma yogena.
Yoginam.
Yoginam.
Pranavitali, let's do the full lines, Nana.
Okay.
Shri Bhagavanu Vacha.
Shri Bhagavanu Vacha.
Lokesmin dvividha nishtha. Pura
Lok
prokta maya nagha.
Lokesmin dvividha nishta. Pura prokta maya naga.
Jnana yogena sankhyanam. Karma yogena yoginam.
Jnana yogena sankhyanam. Karma yogena yoginam.
Very good, Tali. All right. So Bhagwan is saying, Arjuna, there are two ways in which you can be faithful to me and to my words. Okay. There are two modes or two paths in which you can travel at a given point in time. You will have those choices. You can pick any one. Both will go to the same place. ఒక ప్లేస్కి వెళ్ళాలంటే ఒకే రూట్ ఉండదు కదా, ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ రూట్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా. So he said there are two routes, there are two definite paths through which people travel. I told this long back, I told you earlier also. అంటే సెకండ్ చాప్టర్ లో కూడా నీకు నేను కన్ఫ్యూజ్ చేయలేదు కానీ నీకు రెండు పాత్స్ చెప్పాను. ఓకే, అండ్ ఇన్ దిస్ వరల్డ్ దీస్ ఆర్ ద టూ paths. What are those two? Number one, the path of knowledge. Which knowledge? Not about mathematics, science, social, history, no. The knowledge about the Supreme Self, the true Lord, right? The one Lord, the Supreme Lord of all, Brahman. Knowledge about that. He's not trying to say that you meditate upon. He's just saying knowledge. Travel in that knowledge. One who is a seeker of knowledge will have no love for any kind of activity and the worldly affairs. You will see that such a person will not be mingling anywhere in the world, but constantly seeking knowledge. There are many such saints, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivekananda. These saints, they only seek knowledge. They wanted to seek knowledge very desperately, right? So here there are such examples also with us. Now, there is another path also he is saying, not just that. What is the second path? So those who seek knowledge are Sankhyans. Okay. Now there are others who are called as Karma Yogis, right? Those Karma Yogis will focus mostly on what? Will focus on the work, will focus on the duties. They only enjoy performing duties. They focus mainly on duties. How they do the duty? Now there is a catch. Ante uncle, then it means that we are all karma yogis. No, we are not. We are just workers. We are not karma yogis. What is the difference between karma yogi and a worker? Anshika, can you try? What is the basic difference between a regular worker and a karma yogi? Both are doing work.
Karma yogis only do the work that they're supposed to do. And workers do like all work.
They do everything. They do your work, my work, everyone's work. That's one thing. Second thing is, when karma yogi is performing an action, he is not bothering about the results at all. He is completely doing it for the benefit of others. He is never seeing any profit or intention to get material benefits out of that work. He or she, such a person is a karma yogi. Whereas a regular worker like me, what we will do? We will say, oh, I am putting 10 more hours at my work. Can I get a promotion next year? I will go ask. This is what we do. I have studied for 10 more hours. Can I go for a sleepover with my friend? We do ask these questions. So we are regular workers. We are not karma yogis. Bhagwan is not talking about the regular workers here. He said, if you want to reach me, there are two paths. One, seek true knowledge. While seeking, you will travel to that journey and you will reach me. And the second path is do your work like a karma yogi. That also will lead to me. Now, which one can we do at this point in time? Kriti, what we should do now? Should we seek knowledge or should we do our duty now?
We should do our duty.
Very good example. Very good answer. We should be doing our duty because we are not fit to seek that knowledge yet. అంటే ఒక బ్యూటీ కాంటెస్ట్ లోకి ఒక పార్టిసిపేట్ చేయాలంటే కెన్ యూ జస్ట్ గో లైక్ దట్? డోంట్ యూ నీడ్ ఎనీ ప్రిపరేషన్? You need fit body, you need fit mind, you need to take care of lot of stuff to go to that competition. Similarly, bodybuilding competitions, people go, they have to struggle for so many years doing hard exercise and then finally they get the opportunity to go, isn't it? So here also seeking knowledge and leading to Paramatma is the final goal. But to be there, we have to be qualified enough to do that. How do we qualify ourselves? We start as a regular worker first. Okay, I do my job. I expect some reward after that. This is how we start. We should start. That's natural. But slowly we read Bhagavad Gita every day. And then we learn how not to perform an action. What is the right way to perform an action? Oh, we have to perform an action like a karma yogi. So we perform our duties, not expecting any major results. But we know that whatever I'm doing now, it must be helping many others. I will do it as a service to God. With that intent in mind, I perform my duties. And then I become slowly a karma yogi over a period of time. When I keep practicing this, working in terms of, and working as a karma yogi, I will lose my ego. The moment I lose my bad gunas and become sattvic in nature, that is the basic qualification to start seeking the knowledge. Then only I can understand the knowledge in the right way and then lead to Paramatma. This is the journey. Okay, so Bhagwan is saying don't do both at a time. Okay, it's fine. You ask me one, do karma yoga. Kriti Talli answered it in the very right way. Do karma yoga first. Do your duty first. Very good. Let's see what next. Fourth. Let's move on to fourth. Mayuka Talli, will you chant?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. Na karmanam anarambhat.
Na karmana anarambhan.
Na karmanam anarambhat. Na karmanam anarambhat.
Na karmanam anarambhan.
Naishkarmyam.
Naishkaryam
Purushoshnute.
Purushoshnute.
Naishkarmyam Purushoshnute.
Naishkarnyam Purushoshnute.
Nacha Sanyasana Deva.
Nacha Sanyasana Deva.
Siddhim Samadhi Gacchati.
Siddhim Samadhigacchati.
Very good, Talli. Malli inkosari chepdam. Na karmanam anarambhat.
Na karmanam anarambhan.
Naishkarmyam Purushoshnute.
Naishkarnyam Purushoshnute.
Nacha Sanyasana Deva.
Nacha Sanyasana Deva.
Siddhim Samadhi Gacchati.
Siddhim Samadhigacchati.
Padma, Will you be able to chant the full lines along with me?
Yes, sir.
You are there? Na karmanam
Na karmanam anarambhat
naishkarmyam purushoshnute
naishkarmyam purushoshnute
na cha sanyasanadeva
na cha sanyasasanadeva
siddhim samadhigacchati.
siddhim samati gacchati.
ఇక్కడ కృష్ణుడు చాలా మంచి మాట చెప్పాడు. ఏంటంటే సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు విన్ ఏ రేస్, హౌ కెన్ యూ విన్ ఏ రేస్? శీతల్, హౌ కెన్ యూ విన్ ఏ రేస్? Being quick కాదు. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ గోయింగ్ టు ద రేస్. You have to go to the race and you have to begin the race. అసలు బిగిన్ చేయకపోతే what is the possibility of winning the race if you don't start? Very low. You will not win, right? Because for winning you need to at least start. To finish the exam, get the marks, you need to first of all start the examination, answering the paper, right? So Bhagwan ఏమంటున్నారంటే ఇక్కడ what is making us do the duty? మనం ఇది మాట్లాడుకుందాం ఆల్రెడీ ఒకసారి. ఎవరికి గుర్తుంది? Why duties are coming in front of us? Why? Because we had a desire to do this, because we enjoyed doing this, maybe in previous few lives, I don't know when. We love doing what we are doing right now. We wanted to repeat that. At that point in time, our body was not in a position to accommodate this activity, and so the soul, the Jivatma, said, okay, if you cannot help me out, I will drop you, I will seek a new body. And then it now has taken this Sharira, this body, so that it can perform all those desires. It can fulfill all those desires through acting into this world, right? By promptly acting into this world, it has taken this body. Now, Bhagwan is saying, if you stop doing activities, ante, oh, I have to seek knowledge, so I will not do my duty. I will go the Sankhyan route. Okay. There are two routes, right? So I will go to Sankhyan route. What is going to happen to those desires? Will they automatically become zero? No. The desires can be removed from the chitta only when we perform an activity and fulfill that desire. Eating sweets was a desire. You have to start eating it. If you don't start, that desire will never get fulfilled. Do it. But how you have to do it? The way you have to do it is, you are doing it because somebody is offering you this sweet. Because there are sweets in home, you are doing it. But bringing more, wanting more, asking more, while eating, enjoying more, it is very hard to say no to that enjoyment. That enjoyership, if we cannot leave, then the desire will only add one more. It says, okay, now repeat once again. The moment you are working like a karma yogi, where you are just taking as a prasada and then you are forgetting about whether it is there to eat or not, you don't care. If that is the intent, you are acting in this world like a karma yogi. So you have done your duty, fulfill the desire, and you don't have a desire to repeat that once again. So what will happen to that bucket of all the outstanding desires? It is getting shrinking, right? It is slowly reducing, right? Because the existing ones are being fulfilled and the new ones are not being formed. So what will happen to that bucket of all the desires? It will, one day it will become zero, right? So Bhagwan is saying, if you don't start working, if you don't start performing your duties and whatever is coming in front of you as a work, then those desires will never get fulfilled, right? So he's saying Naishkarmyam. There is so one who has all the desires fulfilled, do you think he or she will have a duty left out to be done? No. Such people are called as, you can note it down, they are called as Jivan Mukta Purusha. Jivan Mukta means one who has this life but need not have to do any duty. Can you give me one best example from Mahabharata? Who has a life of a use of an individual but do not have a duty to be done? Any thoughts? If you do not have a desire, if the desires are zero, then there is no difference between us and Padma. Remember this. So the Jivan Mukta Purusha are always Lord Sri Krishna's avatara. The best example, Adi Guru, Shankaracharya. They perform actions only to inspire others. They don't have a need to perform the actions. They get everything done. The other good example is Lord Sri Krishna himself. He does not have anything to do. He was not fighting. See that. He is just driving the horses. That's it. And giving messages. He is inspiring others. But he is not performing any duty as a desire for him to do. So Paramatma, when he gets into this world to teach us a lesson, he takes a form which we call avatara. And those avatars, Avatar Purusha, they don't have any duty per se. It's not their duty. It's their existence that comes to us and inspires us to perform our duties, and we do it, and then we take everything back to normal, right? So here Bhagavan is saying, na karmanam anarambhat. If you are not starting an activity or duty, naishkarmyam, the stage where you become dutyless, actionless, will never arrive in your life. Beautiful. Which means you must do whatever comes to you. Nacha sanyasana deva, if you start just sacrificing everything, sanyasa means sacrifice. If you just sacrifice everything in this world and go to some Himalayas and say, I will just start meditating upon God, siddhim nacha sanyasana, which means never it will happen that when you sanyasa, you will accept, you will get what is called a siddhi or samadhi, which means samadhi means having a balanced state of mind that you will never get as long as you have remaining desires in your chitta to be fulfilled. Okay, Nana? So this is what Bhagavan is saying. So Kriti answered it right. Kriti said duty first. Bhagavan is exactly saying that in fourth. Okay. Let's go to the next one, fifth one. Anshika Tali, will you repeat? Nahi kaschit
Nahi kaschit
kshanamapi.
Shanamapi.
Nahi kaschit kshanamapi.
Nahi kaschit kshanamapi.
Jatu
Jatu
tishthatya
tishtatya
karmakrit.
karmakritu.
Jatu tishthatya karmakrit.
Jatu tishtatya karmakritu.
Very good, Tali. Let's repeat the first line again. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi
Nahi kaschit kshanamapi.
jatu tishthatya karmakrit.
Jatu tishtatya karmakritu.
Karyate
Karyate
hyavashah karma.
yavasha karma.
Karyate hyavashah karma.
Karyate hyavasha karma.
Sarvah
Sarvah
prakrutir
prakritir
jairgunaihi.
jargunaihi.
Sarvah prakrutir jairgunaihi.
Sarva prakriti jargunaihi.
Now, Pranavi, let's do the full lines. Try doing the full lines.
Okay.
Nahi kaschit kshanamapi
Nahi kaschit kshanamapi
jatu tishthatya karma krit
jatu tishtatya karma krita
karyate hyavashah karma
karyate hyavashak karma
sarvah prakriti jair gunai.
sarva prakriti jair gunai.
Here, if Bhagavan is saying there is nahi kaschid kshanam, there is not even a single moment, never ever there is a single moment where jatu tishthati akarmakrit. Akarmakrit means not doing anything. Karmakrit means busy. Nen busy ga unnanu antan kada. So busy ki Sanskrit word is karmakrit, which means engaged in an activity. Akarmakrit ante sitting idle, doing nothing, no activity at all, zero action. So Bhagavan is saying there is not even a single moment in your life where you are sitting without any actions. Do you have any doubt about this? I had a doubt when I first, what when I'm sleeping? What when I'm sleeping? Are you working? Are you doing action when you're sleeping?
You're breathing.
Beautiful, correct. You are breathing. Your heart is pumping. Your cells are working. You are dreaming. Your mind is going through emotions that are coming into the dream. All this is what? These are all actions. So some actions are, this removes that wrong interpretation of action is only done by the body. Cross it off from your list. Actions are not just those that are performed by the body. Actions are those that are also performed by mind, that means emotions, and by intellect, that means thoughts. If you are thinking something, you are acting. If you are feeling, emoting, acting, expressing, you are acting. You are in action. When you are doing heavy work, when you are doing office work, you are studying, that's definitely action. So Bhagavan is saying there is not even a single moment in your life where you are not acting at all, where you are not performing what you must do. The heart knows its responsibilities and actions. It is performing its duties without fail. Kidneys are doing their duty without fail. We are doing our duties without fail sometimes. So, in the same body, we have best examples, and carrying those best examples, we are not able to set a best example by ourselves. So, nahi kaschit kshanam api jatu tisthati akarmakrit karyate hyavashah. Avashah means, vashaha means control. You having control. Avashaha means no control at all. So he's saying karyate hi avashaha, which is karyate hyavashaha. There is no control. You cannot control yourself from not doing anything. It is something like a waterfall. Will the waterfall halfway through, when it is falling down the hill, down to the ground, decides that, oh, I should not fall, I should go back? There is no control on that water. Gravity is the example, right? Because of gravity, there is no way water will go back again, isn't it? Similarly, there is no way, Pawan, that you can control being idle, being in a moment of no action at all. It is not possible by you. Avashaha, without any such control, you will be doing all the activities. What activities I will do, Bhagavan? You are saying I do not have control and I will do my duties and I will do actions. What actions I will do? Those actions will be decided by something called as your gunas, which are coming from the nature. Whatever is your nature, whatever is your guna, there are three gunas we all know: sattva guna, tamo guna, rajo guna. Whatever guna is more influential at this point in time, as per that guna, you will be acting. If tamo guna is at the highest peak, Pavan, you will be sleeping. You will be lazy. You will not feel to open your eyes and work in this world. You will close your eyes and sleep. This is what you will do when Tamoguna is at its peak. When Sattva Guna is at its peak, you will be constantly thinking about me. When Rajoguna is at its peak, you will be greedy, you will be angry. So, one quick question. Pranavitali, which guna takes the maximum portion of our day?
Rajasic.
Very good. Rajasic. We take a heavy portion of Rajasic. So we all are Kshatriyas in that way. So Bhagavan is saying that there is no way you can control not acting in this world. You have to act anyways, because based on your gunas, you will be performing those activities. So you cannot control that. That's very easy to understand, right? Then the question comes, okay, we have to perform an activity. We cannot control being idle. Bhagavan, I understand. I agree with you. If I am sleeping also, that's an activity. Under the influence of Tamoguna, I am sleeping. While sleeping, I am not being useful to this world, nor I am useful to myself. But my body, some of the organs, they are still working. Some of them may take rest for some time. They will not be as active as I will be when I am running a race. So my heart will not beat at 120, 150, 200 beats per minute. So it will be reduced. That's fine. But tell me one thing, Bhagwan. It's when you are saying that I will have to perform the duties, or I will be performing the duties, right? Based on my gunas. This is okay. But what activities should I perform and how I should perform to be a good boy? If I want to be a good boy, how I should perform the duties and what should those duties be? What should those actions be? ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఎవరికైనా వస్తుంది. అంటే సపోజ్ టైటానిక్ షిప్ లో ఉన్నాం, అది మునిగిపోతుందని తెలిసినప్పుడు ఏమనిపిస్తుంది అందరికి? వాట్ ఈస్ ద లాస్ట్ థింగ్ దట్ ఐ కెన్ డూ సో పీపుల్ విల్ రిమెంబర్ మీ? వస్తుంది కదా, ఎవరికైనా ఈ థాట్ వస్తుంది కదా. There is no way you can avoid this death anyway. The ship is it's going nose down into the waters, the Titanic ship. Everybody on that Titanic ship would have been busy, first of all, saving their lives. But the moment they realize that there is no way to save life, what will they do? They will understand what I must do now so that it is the best thing ever. That's the time they think like that. Alage, when Arjuna knows that there is no way he can get out of the duties and actions, then obviously a very sincere and disciplined person like Arjuna will get a thought. Oh, I cannot avoid any actions. Then let me ask my Lord, how can I perform the activities and what kind of activities should I then do? Before even Arjuna asks, Lord, a greatest teacher, has this art of understanding what will be the next question from my student, and he will answer immediately. And so let us see what Bhagavan answers in the very next shloka, which is verse number 6. Okay, Padma, will you chant after me?
Yes.
Karmendriyani samyamya ya aste yatha kadama ya aste manasa smaran indriyarthan vimudhatma mithyachara
Vidyachara.
Mithya. Mithyachara.
Mityachara.
Sa uchyate.
Sa uchyate.
Mithyachara sa uchyate.
Mityachara samuchyate. ఫుల్గా
Mayura?
ఒకసారి చదువుతాం.
చదువమ్మా. కర్మేంద్రియాణి సంయమ్య.
కర్మేంద్రియాణి సంయమ్య.
య ఆస్తే మనసా స్మరన్.
య ఆస్తే మనసా స్మరన్.
ఇంద్రియార్థాన్ విమూఢాత్మా.
ఇంద్రియార్థాన్ విమూఢాత్మా.
మిథ్యాచార స ఉచ్యతే.
మిథ్యాచార సముచ్యతే.
సంకలం స ఉచ్యతే.
సముచ్యతే.
అంశికా తల్లి, వాట్ ఈస్ ఎ హిపోక్రైట్? హూ ఈస్ ఎ హిపోక్రైట్?
Hypocrite is someone that says something like you shouldn't read like you shouldn't watch TV, but then they also watch TV.
Just like Pawan uncle. He says good boy should do all this, but he himself is not a good boy. So Bhagavan is giving an example that karmendri. Okay, Bhagavan said that don't perform the duty is what he said, right? He's also saying that, see, the reason why I'm saying is it is not in your control, Arjuna. You will have to perform the duties. Okay. Then he's also saying that karmendriyani samyamya, by not performing an action, by shutting down your hands and legs, arresting yourself, but in the mind, manasa smaran, thinking of gulab jamun, or I wanted to gain that somehow. I wanted to have that beautiful car in my life. Oh my God, I have to work more, but Bhagavan said not to work. I have to seek knowledge and all. I cannot do this. So for people, others say, oh no, I'm not mad about money. I don't chase money and all, but manasa smaran, in the mind, he realizes every day, oh my God, my next car, my next building, my next pay, promotion. But outside, no, I should just seek knowledge. Bhagavad Gita, it's the inspiration to me. Lord Shri Krishna said this. I'm going to just perform. I'm just going taking sannyasa. I just don't want to get into this material world. The desires have not died. What you are doing is karmendriyani samyamya. All your action, all your limbs that can do the action, you are arresting them, not allowing them to act in this world. But in your mind, you're constantly lamenting about the desires that you carry. Such a person, indriyarthan vimudha atma, such an individual who is just trying to control his sense organs and nothing else, not the mind, only the external limbs and organs. Such a person is called as sauchyate, is called as mithyachara. Mithyachara is kind of a translation for a hypocrite. Understood? So, Arjuna, you want to be that? So if you don't want your son or a daughter to become a bad person in life, you first of all explain what a bad person looks like, what bad person's life is. You know what? When you do this, there is a possibility you will end up 20 years in jail. Do you want to do that? Do you want to do that? No. Why? Because Bhagavan already said such a person is a hypocrite. I don't want to be called as a hypocrite. Who wants to be called as a hypocrite? I don't want. Though I don't like somebody calling me that. Right? So Bhagavan is giving that logic first. Ila cheste ila aipotar paadaipotar. Nu paadavutava ani adagatledu akkada. He is not asking, but there is an indirect question there. Do you still want to keep all your desires inside? The reason why you have taken this life of a beautiful, powerful king called Arjuna, having so many weapons that have been blessed by Lord Shiva, Indra, everybody has given you so many weapons to use for something good. And your life itself is due to something that you are supposed to do. Balance this world, kill all the badness or evil that is existing in this world. That was your job. That's why you have come into this world. And do you want to shy away? Do you want to just keep that desire to clean the world in yourself by not performing these duties? Think about it. So that's an indication to Arjuna again. Do you want to be in that spot? And then he's also giving the positive aspect of that in the very next shloka. This will be the beautiful shloka. Let's go through. Kirtitali, sloga chanchenana. Yastvindriyani.
Yastvindriyani
Manasa.
Manasa
Niyamyarabhaterjuna.
Niyamyarbhate
Niyamya.
Arjuna
Niyamya.
Niyamya
Rabhate.
Rabhate
Juna.
Juna
ఇక్కడ 3 వర్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి నాన్న. నియమ్య, ఆరభతే, అర్జున. ఈ 3 వర్డ్స్ ని కలిపితే మనకి ఏమొస్తుంది? నియమ్యారభతేర్జున. నియమ్యారభతేర్జున. వచ్చిందా? ఓకే, నాకు వినిపించట్లేదు, మేబీ లాగ్ ఉంది ఎక్కడో. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ కర్మేంద్రియై.
Karmendriyai
కర్మయోగం.
Karmayogam
అసక్త
Asakta
సవిశిష్యతే.
Savishish
సో అంటే నాకు లాగ్ వల్ల వినిపించట్లేదు, నాకు నెట్వర్క్ ఏదో ప్రాబ్లం ఉందన్న నీ దగ్గర. ఓకే అన్షిక, కెన్ యూ రిపీట్ నాన్న? యస్త్వేంద్రియాణి మనసా.
Yastvindriyani manasa
నియమ్యారభతేర్జున.
niyamyarabhaterjuna
కర్మేంద్రియై కర్మయోగం.
karmendriyai karmayogam
అసక్త సవిశిష్యతే.
ashakta savishishyate.
Very nice, Nana. Mayuka, full lines.
Oh, yes, uncle.
Yastvindriyani manasa niyamyarabhaterjuna.
Yastvindriyani manasa niyamyarabhaterjuna.
Karmendriyai karmayogam asakta savishishyate.
Karmendriyai karmayogam asakta savishyate.
Beautiful, nice, Nana. Very good. ఇక్కడ విశిష్యతే, అక్కడ మిథ్యాచార అన్నారు కదా ఇందాక, ఇక్కడ దానికి ఆపోజిట్ వర్డ్ వాడారు విశిష్యతే. విశేష, స్పెషల్, ద మోస్ట్ స్పెషల్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్. విశిష్యతే, గ్రేట్నెస్. వాట్ ఈస్ సో గ్రేట్నెస్? హూ ఈస్ గ్రేట్? Who is great? Yaha tva indriyani manasa niyamya. Niyamya ante discipline lo petadam. Denni? Indriyani manasa. Sense organs and the mind, the monkey mind. రెండిటిని కంట్రోల్ చేసుకునేవాడు. యహ త్వ ఇంద్రియాణి మనసా నియమ్య ఆరభతే అర్జున. ఎవరైతే అలా మొదలు పెడతారో, వన్ హూ ఈజ్ ఇన్ ద పొజిషన్ ఆఫ్ డిసిప్లినింగ్ ద సెన్సెస్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ద మైండ్, పర్ఫార్మింగ్ ఆల్ ది యాక్షన్స్ యూజింగ్ కర్మేంద్రియస్, karmendriyaihi karma yogam. How he is performing the actions? He is performing every action in the spirit of karma yoga. A person controlling the indriyas, controlling the mind, and performing the actions with the true spirit of karma yoga. Asaktaha, unattached. He doesn't want to do because he is desiring to do it. He is mad to do it. He is just doing it because that's the right thing to do. That is the thing to do right now. So he or she is doing it in the spirit of karma yoga, not expecting any results and doing as a service to Lord Shri Krishna. Whatever he is doing or she is doing, even if it is eating, right? Such a person is Vishishyate, the greatest of all. We will stop here. Understand that these are the only things that we have to do. Simple life, right? What is that? Control your senses. They will be running around all different directions. Say hello, shut up, sit down. Just like how you say baby when they are going in all different directions. What Yashodama did to Lord Shri Krishna when he was young, she tied him because he was running away all the houses, and all the houses had complaints that your boy did this, your boy did that. So what did Mata Yashoda did? She tied him to inside the house. Likewise, all our ammas would have done when we were young, right? They will close the door. Don't go out. When you go out, you do all the naughty things, mischievous things. So don't go out, right? This is niyamya. Controlling all the senses and controlling something you cannot see but always feel, which is your thoughts, mind. Controlling that as well, disciplining that as well. Emotion is coming, okay, try to settle it down. Ignore that emotion. Whether it's good emotion or a bad emotion, just ignore that emotion. This is disciplining the mind. So one who can do that and perform his duties in the regular world, like a teacher, like a dad, like a husband, like a brother, like a sister, like a mom, whatever is the duty assigned, doing those duties with the spirit of karma yoga, such a person is the greatest in this world. So now, Arjuna, do you want to be that? See, first he said that if you do this, you go to jail. If you do this, you'll become a policeman. Decision is yours. What will somebody decide? Obviously, they want to become a policeman. Obviously, they want to be a good boy. Who wants to be a bad girl here? Except Sheetal. You always raise your hand for bad girl. You should stop doing that. So everyone wants to be good, right? So Bhagavan is giving both the options. Choose this one or that one. He is not asking yet, Arjuna, which one will you pick? He is not asking. He is just saying, ఇది చేస్తే ఇలా అవుతావు, అది చేస్తే అలా అవుతావు. అదే చెప్దాం అనుకున్నా, చెప్పా అంతే. I just wanted to tell you. Very intelligent teacher. That's why he's a universal. He's a Lord of universe. All right, let's stop here at 7. Rest we will continue in the coming session. Okay, next week. Let's do the closing prayers. Sit straight, Nana Sheetal. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. Om Shanti Shanti Shantiः. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. You all have good rest of the week. We'll catch up again next week. Okay.
Bye,
Jai
Uncle.
Shri Krishna. Bye. Tanvi.
Bye, Uncle. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Bye, uncle.
Bye, Nana
Bye,
Pranti.
Anna.
Bye. Bye, Anna Padma. See you.